Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Here we are again, online classroom. We have Google Classroom now, and hopefully you guys are accessing these assignments. Hopefully by now you had already tried and answered this. This is minute one from 7th grade level. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. The answer for number one should be, it's asking you to simplify. So we have 12 times the quantity of 2 plus 7 plus 1. Again, here you must follow order of operations. And order of operations states that we must take care of parentheses first. So we add inside the parenthesis, we have 2 and 7, that's 9, and 1, that's 10. But if you notice, I'm still gonna go place the parenthesis. That 10 goes inside this parenthesis because it implies multiplication. So we have 12 times 10 is 120, and that is the answer for this one. Next one, we have a multiplication of fractions. Again, this dot right here in the middle implies multiplication, and so we multiply. We multiply the top numbers, 3 times 7, that's 21, and then we multiply the denominator as well. 10 times 10 is 100. Now, we look for ways to simplify our fraction if possible. If not, we'll leave it like that. It looks like this fraction is going to have to stay that way. Okay, so 21/100ths is the answer. Number 3, circle all of the following that are equal to 2/5. All right, so 2/5 is a fraction. Now, remember, how do you change a fraction into a decimal to compare it? Because right now, to the naked eye, it's kind of hard to see which ones are equal to 2/5. All right, so we try to simplify or divide 2 by 5. Remember, the top always comes down inside your division symbol. So you divide 5 into 2, and then we add a 0, we add a decimal point. 5 goes into 24 times, and it looks like that one there is 0.4, which is this guy here. Now, this one here, if you read it out loud, we have 4 100ths, right? So that one is not gonna be equal because here we have that 2/5 equals 0.4, 4 in the 10th place, So this one is not equal. Now, when you change a decimal to a percent, we move our decimal point twice to the right, and now we have, and add a 0 obviously, so now we have 40%. This next one here, we have 1, 2, 3. 3 are shaded out of 5. So these ones here are not equal because these ones are 3/5 and not 2/5. So the answers for this one is what equals 2/5, 0.4 and 40%. Awesome. Next one, we have 10 times an unknown equals 5. Again, we talk about algebra on the prior exercise. So again, we do the opposite, right? So what's going on here? 10 is multiplying the unknown. So we're gonna go ahead and divide by 10 both sides. We're gonna be fair. We cancel here, and 5/10 is the same as 1/2 when you reduce, right? So again, we have that 1/2, 10 times 1/2 equals 5. And that should be the answer. So algebra really saves you some time. Cross out the three-dimensional shape. Again, what is three-dimension? Well, we know that three-dimensional is a shape that has length, it has width, and it also has a height. 3 dimensions. So again, this gotta be the guide. These other figures are not three-dimensional. All right, each side of the rectangular pentagon, the regular pentagon is 5 centimeters. What is the perimeter? Again, we're being asked for the outside of the shape, right? We're looking at distance around the shape. So we have, it's telling us right here that each one of the sides is 5. So we have 5 sides at 5. There's either 2 ways you can solve this. You can multiply your 5 times 5, because after all, we have 5 sides, and that gives us 25. And those are centimeters. Now, the shortcut will be the long way will be adding the sides, right? You can do that. You can always do that too, but if you want to save some time, you want to go and use this. 5 times 5 equals 25. Next one, in the graph, in this graph, Alex has blank times as much money as Annie. Well, let's go straight to Alex. Let's see what Alex has. So we have Alex right here, and Alex is at 10, and then it's being compared to Annie. Annie has 5. So basically, what is the relationship of this number to this number? So you could say that 10 is twice as much as 5. So the answer here, 2 times as much money as Annie. If A equals B, 5 and B equals 4, then 2 times A plus B equals what? Again, here we use the substitution, right, method. We substitute the variable or the value. So A equals 5. So now instead of an A, we place a 5. That's substituting the value. And then, because we want to work with numbers, we don't want to work with those variables. So again, I substituted the values into their respective variables. So now we have 2 times 5. That gives us 10 plus 4 is 14. Next one, we have algebra here. We have if 3x equals 27, then what is x? Again, we do opposite operations, right? Because that's the only way we can solve algebra. For those of you who are still a little bit, confused about what to do, remember, you want to isolate the side of your variable. So we have 3 is multiplying x. So we do the opposite operation, which is division. Division is implied in fraction way, okay? This is division, divide all the way across. X equals 27 divided by 3, which is 9. Nice and easy. Which of the following shapes comes next in the pattern? So we have this pattern right here. Two are shaded on top, side, bottom. So again, the next shape should be this one here. The next shape in the pattern. So that goes for minute 1 for the 7th grade level.